welcome to the ITL. Well, to this week, this is actually, you see I'm being surrounded. It's actually pretty cool. Good windbreak, I guess. But I figured I'd go ahead and first off, re-show my camera setup to keep it from getting wet. Actually, I found out this actually helps out with the wind, the sun glare. You notice from a few of my videos when I was sitting out here, it's actually shot in the morning. The sun was coming up over the roof a little bit and shining on the camera. And I found that by adjusting my setup here, it actually helps get rid of that glare, because that way the light is not directly from the sun, is not directly hitting the camera that way, and it works better. And you can actually adjust it down low enough where, but not too low where it's not the umbrella is not actually in view of the camera. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'll do is I will I will get a picture of it yeah. Okay, let me see how. Okay, sorry about that. Those pictures, well, actually I'll go ahead and put them up on the video. Those are actually, I took those for Matt. He does a Friday Night 40. For few of you know what his channel is. I'll have the channel written down on the screen on the video. You guys can see it. That way, if you guys have missed it, or you guys don't know him, check him out. He does a good Friday Night 40. But here he was shooting the Friday Night 40 and having threats of rain, and he was worried about getting his camera wet. This works, and actually, if it gets too bad, where it's kind of the rain's coming sideways a little bit, just adjust the umbrella down a little bit. Just keep it out of the screen. That way, you don't see it, but you adjust the umbrella down a little bit. Your camera don't get wet. One thing though, I don't have my tripod weighted down. You should have it weighted down. That way, if the winds get too hot, the winds start picking up a little bit, it doesn't topple your camera or tripod over. My tripod doesn't have the hook to put the weight on it. I picked it up at a thrift store. It just never had it. Well, from there, it's just used, and I'm actually going to create a hook setup for it to keep it from doing that eventually. And also, I have the umbrella. Actually, right now, it's just being mounted by the leg. I like to add a little bit of piece of string or something up higher by where the adjustment head of the tripod is, to kind of cinch it down a little bit, keep it from swaying around and causing problems. That works. Other than that, is it pretty? No, mine's freaking lime green, crying out loud. But yeah, it works. Do this on a budget, it works out. It's bad enough that we put our money into the cameras. If we can get away with a little bit cheaper, get away with making things work, why not? I picked up this umbrella setup. It was actually for a baby carriage, a stroller. I think it was at the dollar store. I think I may have paid a buck for it. I might have paid $2 for it somewhere else. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. This was years ago, of course. And we never used it for anything, for what we intended it for. So it was like, yeah, guess what? My tripod takes it. It works out really, really well, though, in my eyes. But yeah, it is what it is, and I figured I'd go ahead and show it because it's an option for him. Because he brought up about having somebody stand by the camera with an umbrella, and a lot of us, we don't have that opportunity to have somebody there to do that for us. We're doing this on our own, And yeah, I mean, he has Uncle Ralphie part of the time, but he's there for the video, not to be holding umbrellas up, you know. But yeah, I'll go ahead and set this up like this, and I will sit kind of far into like this to help shade myself from the rain a little bit while I'm shooting in the rain. Even it does just fine. Now I just figured I just set this up this year, and I wish I would have thought of it before. I mean, it works so well. Something just popped in my head that I was going to talk about, and it just went boom right out. Oh, a few weeks ago, you noticed I was in widescreen. The I.T.L was widescreen, and actually there was a mess up in my rendering. Somehow I messed it up because it was actually shot in 2.7K, and I know most of you don't see the 2.7K or higher, but it was shot in 2.7K, and for some reason it stretched it sideways on it, and I really didn't care for that. But I went ahead and shot it anyway because I took so much time to do that video, believe it or not. So I went ahead and used it anyway. Now this one here, you should notice, if everything works out all right, it's actually in 4K. And the Hero 4 does 4K, silver, in 15 frames a second. 15 frames a second is not a good frame rate for making videos. But it'll work. It should just work just fine for the I.T.L, since you don't see a lot of movement unless the wind's blowing or if I'm moving too fast. It should just work just fine. For my motovlogging, it's unusable. That's why most of my motovlogging is 1080p. And actually, it's called 1080p Super. That way it gets you the extra view around. You're not missing. I mean, actually, you get a lot more view than the standard 1080p. And I kind of like that for you viewers. But yeah, that's my camera setup. I kind of explains what the heck happened to the I.T.L being so wide a few weeks ago. Gets you an idea. And yeah, I'm running actually ahead with my videos. I'm doing this on purpose. I don't normally like to run ahead with my videos, but I'm doing this due to that way whenever I do get my hip surgery, which should be on the 27th of July, and I'll be able to take a week or two off to heal, but you won't be missing any videos to watch. I find it a win-win situation if I just work myself ahead a few weeks, possibly 3 weeks, and then that way I'm all set. I could take maybe close to a month off if I have to, if I go 3 weeks, let myself heal, come back, talk to you guys, let you guys know what all ever happened. Yes, I'll be posting videos in between the videos that I've already got posted as I'm healing, letting you guys know what's going on and everything. But those will be just basically, I might post one like on Sunday or Monday, because what I do is I start Monday, then I go, I'll post Tuesday, and I go every other day. That way you guys are not overwhelmed with my videos. I know my videos are not the best content, they're not really good content, but I kind of see they're still useful in ways. And yeah, I enjoy making them. And I'm always striving to make a little bit better content, but I'm not one for script content. I don't like script content. I personally like it whenever it's off the cuff, it's more natural. If I stutter around, I stutter around. That's fine. That's fun in my eyes. It's natural to do that if you're just going off the cuff. A lot of times I'll think things out thoroughly, what I would like to say, then it just goes poof out of my head whenever I turn the camera on. Which is, I mean, I see it's just fine, and it happens, you know. Happens quite a bit actually to me. But I figured I'd go ahead and shoot this I.T.L. Let's see what the time's running. Yeah, Matt. Well, instead of me being like Matt going, "Oh, what's the time?" we'll go like this. This is what I do. Oh, we're talking 10 minutes and 13 seconds. What's going on? 10 minutes and 13 seconds. These guys gotta watch Matt on the Friday night 40. I love it how he's constantly checking his time to see what his length of his video is. But yeah, and actually see how far ahead this is. This is actually Matt didn't have Uncle Ralphie on last night. That's how far back this is. Uncle Ralphie wasn't on. Missed him. I know, Matt. You do good Friday night 40s without him. It's nice to have him a sidekick. I just don't live close enough to anybody that really cares to be on camera to be a sidekick, so I don't bother with that. But this is MuzzleMike. Open you all have a great week. Signing out.